This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, I'm back with another interesting video on Constellation. I'm damn sure this is going to be very useful for people who are working on Constellation because you will never find this particular piece which I'm going to teach you. There is no article on Pega Academy. There is no video in any YouTube channels. Okay, so please watch and like, share, and subscribe if you really like the content. So, what am I going to cover today? See, this is a very pretty easy functionality which we used to do it in Pega older versions. It's all about just populating drop downs with the data without getting any duplicates. And when you hit on the search button, how do you display the content? Yeah, this is pretty easy. Now, what is so much interesting I'm going to discuss in this video? What I'm going to discuss is how do you search flights with a radio button in the beginning so that you can select a particular flight which you want to book and move to the next screen? So this is something you don't find anywhere. And this is a little complicated, in Constellation. Okay, it is not straightforward. I had to do, forward and backward multiple changes to achieve this. Okay. So you might have seen people posting videos on search functionality, which is this OOTB thing, but you don't get an option to put this drop downs in that OOTB search functionality. So here I'm having from and to drop downs. I can also configure the date and various other things. And then when you hit on the next, you can either put this screen or a single select search functionality I'm doing. So this is what you're going to learn today. Okay. Let me show you how to configure it. First, go to that particular screen. Okay. Now, as you know, the sections are deprecated. We don't have sections anymore. So only thing that you have to do is views, just views. So we click on the configure view. Okay. And you need to just define what fields you want to see on the screen. Okay. So let's say I don't want to put all these things. It's a search screen, right? The first screen is going to be a search screen. So let me just, I need departure date. Yes, I need, uh, I will need the from and to airports. So from which airport the person is traveling, those things I will need. Where is that? Don't I have properties for that? Departure date, flight number. So nothing for from and to locations. Okay, if not, we can create our own fields like this. Now I can say like, departure airport. Okay, and we are learning how to populate the drop downs. Okay, like this you need to select and you have to go with pick list like you used to do in the older versions of Pega, nothing so different. And are you going to put it like a drop down autocomplete, whatever you want, just take it. I go with drop down and it's going to be a data page. Okay, I already have a table for flights. If you remember in the previous video I have shown you. So there are two. Okay, flight. Okay, so flights list. So from this I'm going to pick. Okay, and which field you want to display. This is going to be the departure one. So destination, no, not destination, origin, from where I'm starting. Okay, okay, and display field, the same thing I'm going to put origin airport. So drop down is pretty simple, right? Like you have done in the older versions of Pega. Okay, that's it. Just select a pick list, your data page, and the field to display, and that's it. You're done. Just submit. And you can see it on the left hand side, like how it is going to look and populate. You can see it here. Oh, just let's move it up and down like this. Okay, now done. What else you need? I need that arrival airport. So another airport I need to create. So you can just click on fields and say I need a new field please, and this is going to be arrival. airport. The same way you need to configure, which is pretty simple. Just go for pick list and you need to just select, yeah, I need a data page as a source, and the same data page, the flight table and the list of flights. And what do you need here? I am going to require that destination airport, this one, and the same here please, and that's it, you're done. So drop down population is pretty simple. Let's see how it is going to look like. Just let's move it up like this. Departure, arrival, and which day you want to move, you're just giving it here. Okay, now let's see whether it's working or not. You can just say submit. So automatically this view is going to be created in the backend. If you want to create explicitly, you want to create your own views, I'll show you how to do that, but in the next video. Types of views and all that we'll discuss in the next video. Done. Let's create a case and see whether my drop downs are working or not. Flight booking. Creating a case for the very first time, so it's going to take some time. Mhm. Here you go. You can look at the various. Oh, I don't have any data. Looks like I don't have any data. Let's put some data in the tables. And here, we have this Gen AI, you know, uh, automatically generating data for us. So you need not manually go and type the records. Let's see how it does it for us. Just go to the records tab where you want to provide the data. You don't see that option, right? Automatic data generation. Do you know why? Few things are not available from the Dev Studio. That could be the reason. Let's switch to App Studio and go to Data and go to Flight and Records. And do you see here generate simple data with autopilot? So this is one of the Gen AI things that we have in Pega. Okay, it will auto generate the records. You just need to mention how many records of data you need. Let's say I want to get like around 12 records of test data. It's auto generating. Let it do. Okay, it's pretty good, right? Now I just want to update couple of records for my comfort. So I just want to say from Hyderabad to Chennai. Few records I need. Okay, so I'm giving few records to Hyderabad to Chennai, and then few from like Mumbai and Delhi. Okay, so something like this. Just add couple of rows of data, which makes easy for you to search, and that's it. You are done. Let's switch back to the Dev Studio. Now you just run the case and see, or just close and reopen the existing case. Your drop downs will have some data. Let's pull that old case once again. Look at this. There are no duplicates. Do you see? Although I have duplicates in the table, it is just getting me the unique records, right? I have Hyderabad duplicates, I have duplicates for Mumbai, Chennai, but see, they're very unique. Okay, this is drop down population, which is pretty easy now, right? Now, how about the search functionality? As I told you, I'm not going to teach that default search functionality, which you find everywhere in YouTube and everywhere in Pega Academy. I'm going to teach you something different. Now, for search, I need a table layout, right, to show the list of records. Okay, so let's go here. I'm going to put it on a different screen. I'll just take this. Okay, and configure view. I need a table layout, right? What is all this? Okay, so I'm going to take a new property, a brand new property. I will call it as available flights. Okay, I'm just going to call it as available flights list. That is the name, and it is going to be a data reference because we are going to refer to a data class, pull the data and display it in the table layout, right? So it's going to be a data reference and a data object, which class you want to pull from flights class. Is it single record? Yes, please put it as single record. Of course, I know that you're going to display multiple rows of data in the table layout, but end of the day you are going to select only one single flight. You will not select multiple flights, right? So keeping that in mind, go for single record. Don't say that, Nikhila, we are going to display multiple rows of data, should be list of records. No, ma, we are going to select only one record at the end. So the final data is going to be one record, so please go with single record. Okay, now click on submit. So did it give me a table layout? No, it didn't give me any table layout. What did I get? I got a drop down. Is that what I need? No, I don't want a drop down. I want a table layout, right? So get inside this property, this field or property. Get inside. Okay. Is it single select? Yes, we wanted a single select, right? It was not multi-select. You wanted a single select. Do you want to display it like an autocomplete? No, not at all. I wanted a table layout. So I'm just switching to table layout. What is the difference between each of these? We'll discuss in the later videos. Okay. So let's go with table layout. Now, do you see we got the radio button thing? This is what we wanted, right? Okay. Now, do you think it's that easy? No, let's see. So now from which data page you're going to pull the data? Flights list. You already have the Pegasus built in, Okay, flights list. Now they're asking you which columns you want to display, which columns you used to use for displaying the data. Of course, you want to show the origin airport, the destination airport, the flight number, the baggage allowance, and then you want to show the arrival, departure, flight duration, XYZ things. Of course, you also want to show the airline details and all this. So put everything, okay? And I just only want these things in the beginning, the destination and the origin, okay? And the rest all is fine. So you can just, do you see these columns are not coming, only this is coming? That's fine. We'll look into it. Okay. Now just say submit. Save. Let's test now once. Create a brand new case. We are traveling from Hyderabad to Chennai. Okay. I have not configured any filter criteria, right? So it will just pull all the records and show me in the table layout. It's pulling all the data. Do you see? Just everything is coming. Now here comes the twist. How am I going to filter the data? I just only want Hyderabad to Chennai. Okay, so go back, look at your configuration. What's your property? Available flights list, right? Go to your App Explorer, flight booking, and go to that property, available flights list. Do you see there's a data page here, d underscore flights? It's a it's a single record data page. It can only pull only one record of data. Okay. Now what I want you people to do is please do not touch this data page. Okay. Actually, we want to add a filter criteria. We want to add some filter criteria based on the from and to locations and date of journey. You want to fetch the flight. Now, do you think we need to update this data page to add parameters and fetch the data and all that? No, not at all. Never touch this. Okay. So don't touch this. Then where should I add my filter criteria? Where should I pass the parameters and all that then? You remember? There was another data page which is involved in the display. If you get inside, this is the data page you need to touch. Okay. Add parameters, add filter clause to get the relevant records of data. So we are going to touch that flights list data page and not the other data page which is there in your property. So I'm going to this data page, flight list, right? And it's a list. Yes. Now here comes the report definition. No, I don't want this to be like this. I'm going to add my own parameters and filter it. So let me do. Actually, I can have my own report. Fetch available flights. I don't want to touch that OOTB one. Let it create. In the meanwhile, let's add some parameters because we want to filter based on the from and to locations, right? The source and destination airports. So let's filter. Yes. What? Yep. Go to parameters and just say from and to. Come here. Let's create it quickly. Uh-oh, why? Okay, there is no name. What is the name we gave here? Fetch available flights. Let's quickly create a new report with the same name. And we need parameters because we want to filter the data, right? So quickly add the same parameters from and to. Of course, it's going to be text, no doubt about it. And you know what columns we need, right? Like whatever you added. So whatever you have added in the table layout, please make sure all of them are there. Otherwise, they will not display in the table layout and it will be empty, right? I think these are the ones I have. Let me cross check. Anything else? Arrival departure, flight number, flight duration. Okay, two more. Okay, now scroll down. Just we need to put that filter criteria, right? It is all about that airports, the from and to airports we want. So destination airport is equals to that parameter param dot to and dot arrival. I think it's origin. Origin airport is equals to param dot from. Okay. Now my report is done. Now it's time to configure here in the data page. Make sure you're passing the parameters. Pass current parameter page because I have the parameters with same name, right? So done. So data page is done. Report is done. Okay, perfect. Now who is going to pass the parameter values to the data page? From the view, right? Why don't you just switch like this? Just a kind of refresh. Okay. Uh-oh. Why is it still not asking? Maybe I need to just. The screen has to refresh and ask for parameters now. Get inside. See, now do you see this? Instead of constant, please give a property. What is a work class property for that? So departure, where is departure airport? Departure airport. And here also same thing. It's arrival airport. So you're passing parameters to your data page. Okay. And please add the display columns again. Oh, what are those airport properties? Okay. Destination, origin, then my airline name. Okay. And then my, you know, arrival time and departure time. Okay. And your baggage allowance. Okay. And what else we are pulling? Flight number. Yes, of course. That is also important. Is that flight number, flight duration, right? We need all these things. Perfect. Now let's test the changes, whether it's working or not. Let's check. Save. Flight booking. Let's select Hyderabad to Chennai. I didn't add filter on the date, right? See, Hyderabad to Chennai. Okay, let me switch back, and I want to try like Delhi, Mumbai. We have kept something, right? I'm not why is that Mumbai to that is a Delhi. Next, see it's working. Perfect, right? I hope you learned something from this video. If you really liked it, please like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my channel, guys. And do you want to know how can I do this in the same screen? Now you know that in Constellation we don't have buttons, we don't have on click refresh and all these things. So do you want to know without them how can I, just when I select this, how can I display the matching data in the same screen instead of going to the next screen? If yes, okay, please wait for my next video to be posted. I'll teach you in that how can you do that. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.